Can you hear me now? Is my microphone working now? I think I may have had it muted. Okay. Yeah, oh, sorry guys. I've been talking to you the whole time. I didn't realize the microphone was muted. Sorry. That was the very first thing I asked. Can you guys hear me? Okay, good. I'm glad you can. Hey there, Duke. How's it going? All right, so at least we got that part figured out. I kind of was wondering about that light on my PlayStation controller. I couldn't remember whether it was supposed to be on or off. Now I know. It's supposed to be off. Hopefully I'll remember that. Okay, anyway, I downloaded a tent. I've been looking for a tent, guys. I just sold our house, and I've been looking for a tent that I downloaded this afternoon, and I don't know where it put it. So we're not going to have a sleep point until I figure that out, but that's not critical. We do already have a dog. We start with the dog on Calm Lands. Whoops. Wrong button. Thank you, Richard. Okay, so now let's see what we got here. I don't even know what starting equipment we actually have. This is all front-end loader stuff, which is good. So we do have a forklift. I don't know what this is. We probably are not going to be keeping this. I got to do something right quick, guys. I got to move my TV over closer. I'll go back, Dee Dee. I'll go back and take a look in just a second. I got to pull my TV over here closer. I'm going to be buying myself a bigger TV, guys. Very soon. I won't have to roll the TV I have now clear across the room so I can see it. When I play the game, when I play my PS5, I have to roll my TV over to closer to where I'm at so I can see it better. All right, so this is for bales and pallet storage. All right, well, that might be something we want later on. Sorry, guys, I'm back now. I had to go over there and move my TV. Now I can read it. It's close enough to me. I can read it. Let's see what we got over here. What do we have for starting equipment? We've got $567,000 because I allowed us to have a $500,000 loan. I believe that's what I did. And we'll have to look at that too and get it all figured out. I normally don't do that. Let's see what we got. But I wanted to be able to start right off by trading out equipment. So we don't really want this. We don't need that. We're going to get a different one. But we don't need to do anything yet. Right now, all we have is a wheat field. Where's our harvester? Let's see what we can do to get our... Where? Do we have a harvester? We've got a header. I want to go ahead and get this field harvested. Now this had trees right through here last time too on FS24 or FS22, sorry. There was a road, there was trees and rocks right down through here and over on the other side of the road over there too. Anyway, where in the heck is the harvester? There it is. I found it. Oh, the dog's name. Sorry, Dee Dee. I forgot. Let's go take a look. I think the dog's over here. Velvet. So we have a velvet. I don't know if that's edible, that we can change it. Editable. We've got some weed in here already. Look here. Wow. Yes, this was my favorite map, Duke. This and No Man's Land. So I was talking about that when my mic was cut off. This right over here where these cows are, let's get back out for a second. This over here was a rock wall right here that ran the whole length right here. And I put a pathway that went up on top of it. There was some woods up here, and I put an outhouse up here. It was a lighted trail and everything. It was pretty cool. Can't do that here. I don't know why they changed it. That just kind of messed it up. But anyway, yeah. Let's get out of here with this thing. There we go. Now, I think I'm okay with this harvester for just a little bit. I don't have the right angle. I gotta move it just a little bit. But I'm gonna trade the trailer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna get this guy started. I think overall this map will be much the same as playing on the previous map, but it is missing some of the trees. So that's not yeah, No Man's Land was my favorite map. This was my second favorite map, but I also like Elm Creek and I like New Frontier on this map because it's a replacement for that. So we'll be playing on New Frontier also, or on Riverbend, not New Frontier. Okay, so let's get this guy started. Let's just get this guy started right here. Oh, okay. I have not played on that map before. I actually have been waiting for my favorite silo to make it to FS25. It might not, but it was a silo that held 50 million liters of grain. So, and I always used it and put it right down here, and it was just awesome. Looked fantastic sitting right down here too. But anyway, we'll catch all these spots. Let's grab one of our tractors. Doesn't matter which one. We'll take this one. I noticed that kind of, Dee Dee, because I know you were going to play on it, and I hadn't really seen you doing much on it. And I knew that you knew I was going to play on this map, so I kind of thought maybe you were holding off to give me a chance. And I appreciate that. Thank you. We're gonna go trade this wagon for this trailer for a different one. This is a little bit different, this entryway right here also, than what I'm used to on this map. So I want to look at this for a second because this is a different entrance. Where's my other? Yeah, this is offset just a little bit different than my other one. I would put a road. I would put my own road, and I still will, that goes right here up this hill right over to the dealership. I put me in a straight shot right up that hill, but I'm not going to do that this time. We'll take the road. We'll go around because we got a helper doing harvesting. We'll let him work. But we're not going to do this every time. We're going to put a sell point in our main yard up there, farmyard right there. We're going to put a sell point so we don't have to travel to sell stuff. It's not that big a deal. And everything we need is, that's really not the entrance. Now you can see right here if we can look over that way. If we can get through the trees, maybe we come through the trees like this. You can see we could just put us up a road right up over here. We'll zoom back out here in a second, guys. Whoops. I didn't want that. I hit the wrong button. Let me back out just a little bit. I'm not used to playing when I'm up real close to things. It throws me off on what I'm doing. Let's pull up right here. This is our main entrance. So I put me in a road that goes straight down from here right over to the entrance to our farm. You can see right there by the, right on the right hand side of where those trees are down there. I just put me a straight shot so I can, and then I make 2 fields out of all this. And we'll see how all that goes, but let's go over here. We're going to trade this, we're going to get rid of this trailer and we're going to get a different trailer. This is a little bit different over here too, I see. So let's just stop right here. Let's go up here. We want to get our, we're going to hold on to the tractor for right now. We will be getting our Valtra. We haven't got, oh, Dee Dee. Let me show you something. If I can find where it's put. Let me see, that's not it. I thought it was under mulchers. Now I'm going to have to figure out where it put this particular thing that I downloaded today, a tool that's going to be very happy or very helpful. Let's see if I can even find it. The menus are all different, so being able to find things is well, for one thing, we want this right here. We want this right here. $10,000 water trailer. But we don't want the water trailer. We want, where's my grain trailer? That's not the trailer I'm looking for. I mean, it's the right, well, all right. This is, I don't know where, I downloaded this thing that works like a mulcher, but it will remove entire trees, just delete them. And I've mentioned a similar tool many times called a Tree Be Gone. I just don't know where it would have put that thing. I thought it would put it under mulchers, but it was not there. And I did activate it. See, that's very interesting. Yeah, if I can find it, I'll let you know where it's at. I don't know where they put it. And then this is the trailer that we want. So we have that. We have the trailer. The wheel setup is fine with me like that. Normal capacity. We want extra large capacity. And that gives us, what is it, 200,000 liters? Main color. It's got to be purple. And the cover has got to be Vulture Green. And then rim color, I think in this case we'll go with, yes, the Devour Trees. That would be the one, Dee Dee. I don't know where they put it, though. I thought it was going to be under, forestry, then mulchers, okay? I couldn't even find the forestry tab. My vision is like almost gone. I'm going blind, I think. Okay, anyway, we got this. Oh, look at my license plate. It does not say Hillbilly. I guess I didn't have it set up on this map. Let's see what I can do here. Wait. Let's see if I can get this to work. I got on the other, see, that's not, how do I delete all this? See, I don't see a back button. That's what, I don't know how I even did the license plates before. I want this kind, but I want to, how do I, see, I need to move that. That's not the right place. So how do I back this off? I don't remember. Okay, I don't remember how to do this. How to change the text. I did it on my other one, but I don't remember how to do it on here. Weird. Well, I'm just going to have to forget that part for now. I have to figure it out later. So we're going to buy this. Okay, so we have that. Let's take care of what we need to do with that. Now we want to take this one and we want to go sell it. And I'm not sure where that takes place at. I'm going to have to figure it out because this is different than what it used to be. So I'm going to assume I've got to drive around maybe back here. I'm not seeing the icon that's going to allow me to sell. So that's really weird. I don't know where to look for it. It used to be right back there on the back side of where this building is, because that building used to face a different direction. And the sell point was you had to go down on the far end of it. I don't even see the icons. Let's get out. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on. I don't know where any of this stuff is. It's all different. So it looked like there was I saw a basket over here. This is where we purchase. But where's the customization spot? You would think it would be like right here somewhere. Now there are multiple ways to sell things, but this is a little bit crazy. I have no clue where they expect you to take the stuff to sell it, or... So I'm going to have to go about it a different way, I guess. I don't see a sell point over here anyplace, or like a mechanic shop. There should be a mechanic shop over here. Let's see. That might be a good thing to look at. We got an animal dealership back here. And other than that, it's not showing me anything. Weird. That is really strange. Now you can't see how like, I want to buy all this. We're going to buy all of this right in this area to start with. I need this, everything that's inside this road right here. I'm going to buy. Yeah, Duke, I agree. It's very puzzling. So I'm going to have to right away buy 3 plots of land. I got to buy, we own this one, but I've got to buy this plot and I've got to buy this plot just so we can farm this area up here. That's what we're going to start with right there. And then we're going to work on buying this whole section in here. But we're going to start with this up here. I don't know what to do. Let's see. I don't really know what to do about this trailer for the moment. Because I have no clue where I'm supposed to take it to over here for the purpose of selling it. So I'm going to do something different. I'm just going to leave it sit right there until I figure all this out. Now, we will have a harvester sitting over there waiting for us when we get back. Yeah, I can sell it through that menu, and I may end up having to do that. But for now, it can just sit there. It's okay. I gotta see if I can figure out where the stuff is. Oh, your dog is also called Velvet on this map, so I guess we all get a Velvet. I thought there used to be a way you could edit the dog's name, so you could change it to whatever you wanted your dog's name to be, but I have not found that capability in FS25. Yes, in FS22 you could edit that dog's name. But I have not been able to figure out how to do that in FS25, so. Alright, so let's see what's happening over here. Oh no, look what I did. Okay, well, you know what that means, guys. I didn't even think about that. Oh, I like the way that thing rolls up on the side now. Look at that. That's new. It wasn't doing that before that I remember. Wow. It looks like we're going to be doing some bailing, guys. So, I could turn that off and just plow this on. I'm probably going to do that because, well, let's just wait. Let's get this out of the way. But I'm probably just going to turn, actually I should do that. I'm not ready to do bales yet. So now how am I going to... Wow, I forgot how to do just about everything on this game, just from taking a break. I got to figure out how to turn the swatching off. I thought it was right there on that menu, but I'm not finding it. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't do it. There we go. Now where's... Disable. Disable straw swap. What does that say? L3? No. Disable. Okay, there. Maybe I got it. Let's find out. Let me back up just a little bit. And we rehire the helper. Let's see if I disabled the straw swath. I gotta remember where stuff's at. Okay, I'm just gonna plow this other stuff in. I'm not ready for bales yet. I don't want to have to start buying all that stuff. Well, now I will tell you, I don't understand the choices they make, but they will complete the entire field. Or I may have to go back up and like that. We saw that one spot back there that in the corners. I'm hoping it will go back and get those on its own. We'll see. I'm just going to plow it. I'm just going to plow in these rows right here because I'm not ready to do bales yet. Now, one thing we can do, let's go up here, let's buy this. We have enough, but well, we'll see what the price is. Okay, 74,000. We're going to buy it because we want it. And then we're going to buy this over here. 182,000. Wow. I don't remember prices being like that in FS22, but that's all right. We got to have this. Now we can farm this whole section right here, which is what we want. But what we don't want, uh-oh, am I parked in the way? No. What we don't want is the plow that we have. So, let's let that guy continue working. Let's grab our other tractor. Yeah, we all need money. I ran over the dog when I pulled out of there. I wondered what was on the ground. It was the dog underneath the tractor. Weird. Okay, I gotta pull the camera back a little bit. I can't play when I'm right on top of things. Now. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take this. Yeah, the puppy will get killed many times. We just have to assume it's a puppy of 9 lives. It will lose all of them eventually. Because it will walk right out in front of the equipment and get itself ran over. Oh, they can swim now? Now in FS22 the dog stayed, well no, in FS19 the dog would always stay close to its doghouse within a certain radius. In FS22 the dog started going all over the map. And in FS25 it also goes all over the map. Any property that you own is where it could be. Whoa. Let's just see what we can do over here. Let's look at something. Let's see. We have a plow. Let's look at plows. Do we have a plow here that we could get? We do have a, what's the working width on 4 meters? That's kind of small. But yeah, I think I want something a little bit bigger than 4 meters. I kind of want a 6 meter to start with plow. But I was hoping it would show me what plow I already had. Let me just look for, here's plows. I kind of want this one right here so I can go with this. No, that's not it. Is this? Yeah, this one's it. I was going to say, we might get this later on when we get bigger fields. But this one here is the one we'll start with. And we're going to 6 meters. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at 6 meters right now. But later on, we can expand that. This map can be a little bit hard to work big equipment, and we'll see why here in just a little bit. Let's change the color. And we'll leave the tines black. So that's okay. We're going to buy this. Okay, now I've still got to figure out how to sell the other stuff. See, I don't know where to figure out, like, where is my equipment that I already own? Is that over here? See, I'm just confused. I can't find stuff. They changed the menus between FS25 from FS22, and I still get lost and can't find stuff. So it's in this one. Oh, here we go. Now I just got to remember what it's called, what I want to sell. What is it? I know it's a plow. I just don't know which plow. Oh my gosh, look at this. Could they make it any more complicated? So I don't even know. I've got a trailer I need to sell, and I've got a plow I need to sell. That's the trailer I think that's the one we just bought. I don't even know what that trailer's or that plow that we have. I don't even know what it's called. Let's go back out. We got to figure some stuff out here. Okay. Argo MASZ. The agro. So now let's go back in. We have an agro. That's that first one. Okay. So we can sell it. Triangle. Okay. All right. I'm figured out. Yeah, this is totally crazy to me. It's so complicated the way they've got the menus working. I guess once you get used to the change, then it won't seem so weird. But for right now, yeah. Okay, now I need to sell that trailer. So let's exit. I need to go attach to the trailer so I can figure out which trailer it is. I don't know what it's called. But we're making progress. We're figuring it out. So let's... Now, knowing that we can sell this stuff from over here, we don't really need to bring stuff over here because we can sell it from the menu. That's what we'll end up doing, but we might as well make it look... Oh, I didn't even look to see what that was. The Brantner. So now we'll look in for the Brantner. There it is, right there. And we're going to get 21,000 for that. Okay. Sell. Okay. So I'm okay with that for now. Yeah, this is all a little bit weird over here too, because it's all different. I really want to just take right off over there, but for now I'll use the road. I might do it a little bit different than I have in the past. I've always just put my own road in right there and cut straight across. But we're getting ready to put a sell point. Hey Duke, thanks for your subscription. I was in Texas, but I really do appreciate it. And I'm glad you were able to join us tonight, and I will see you in the next time. God bless you. Now, I sure wish they had my favorite silos, guys. I really do. Because that's been my goal ever since I first started playing on Calmlands, was to be able to fill those silos with 100 million liters of product. And I'm not even going to, I can't do that now. Alright, so let's just park this over here for right now. Now, let's see. I really want to think about what we're doing here, guys, because we're going to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to have to think kind of like ahead of time about some stuff. Like what seeder we're going to use, for example. We'll get into that here in just a few minutes. Let's get this guy emptied. And then, like I said, we're just going to plow these the swatches under. I'm just going to plow. I'm not going to collect this right now because I'm not ready for that. But we are going to do bales. We will be doing baling. I did all that stuff on No Man's Land before on FS19, but I'm going to do it again for the purpose of live streaming because I never did live stream it or anything like that. I wasn't doing live streaming and back at that time, and I did make some videos that I put on a different channel, and then once I kind of figured out how YouTube worked a little bit, as far as the controls, uploading videos and stuff, I deleted the entire channel, and then I have since started this channel. So now we'll see. We're just going to ride along with this guy now and see if he can finish up, catch the spots, any spots that might be missed. It looks like he did go back and catch those spots that were missed up on the other end. Right up there. I don't see him anymore, so it looks like he went back and got everything. Which I really do like about this, even if they kind of take a weird pathway to get it done. At least they can work, because all the fields on this map will be like this. They'll all be odd shaped. Actually, we're going to continue this map. We're going to expand this field here in just a minute. There used to be a tunnel. While we can, let's go take a look at something. Now this area down here I have used for different types of things. This area right here is what I'm talking about. But this time we're going to just expand this field all the way down into this area. I have put greenhouses over here before. I always thought this place was cool right here. I kept my harvester parked in here. I probably will again. Oh, it's not going to let me. Well, yeah. How far will it let me go? It would not let me go. Yeah, right here. So I can still get in here. So this is where I keep my harvester. So I am glad that that part is still there. We're going to expand this field all the way down here. And we'll bring it up this hill right here. Yeah, that's going to work out. I'm not going to take it up there, but just up to here, we'll make it bigger. But wait. One thing I need to check. No, see, I cannot. I got to buy this right here first, though. Actually, What is this? This is... Okay, I gotta look at something again. Back out. Now look at this map. I want you to look at this map. Let's get back out on the road. That guy's finished. Harvester. I want to come back down here for a second. Let's get on the road. That map looked confusing to me. Well, not confusing. It looked like it was wrong. So let's look at this right here. I want to be able to see the curve in the road. So we can see where the road curves, where our field is. Okay, now let's look at the map. Look right here. What is this? That's not even on this map anymore. That's from the old map. There was a ditch line that ran right through here. That ditch line is not there on this map. We're looking at it. It's not there, but it's still on the map. So that's kind of weird. I was going to say, I know I wasn't looking at that space wrong. I just walked around the whole thing and I can expand that field. And then I have the map is showing me something different. Okay, Rocket. All right, now. So let's go ahead and get rid of this. Let's empty this. Now, for the time being, I'm just going to park this thing over here. I really don't know how much is going to stay up there. Like the hay shed, that's not going to stay there. I don't want that there. I'm not going to keep the silos up here. But before I can get rid of those, I got weed in there. I want to empty. And then I'm going to move my silo. I'm going to put my silo right here. Right over in here. This wooded section right here where you can see the cursor is at is a little bit different than in the previous FS22. It's a little bit different, so I'm going to have to figure out the silo. I don't want the silo up there where it's at. I want it down here. But let's get the plow working first. Let's go ahead and we're going to empty this stuff. We're going to put. Actually, I'm just going to leave it in this trailer. I'll just leave it in this trailer because we have it's. It was a wheat harvest. We have wheat in our silo. So I think I'm going to. I want to empty this. I want to empty the silo, not the trailer. I want to empty what's in the silo and put it in the trailer. Wheat. We want to take all the wheat out of here so there's nothing else left in this thing. Okay. Let's see. For right now, I was just looking to see where I might want to put this trailer. We can just put it anywhere over here. It could just sit right here. I'm fine with that. That's our silo for right now. We're going to sell that silo. Let's see. Is this a tractor I can actually hook up to? Or is it the other one? I might not be able to hook up to this one. I might have to get the other tractor. Yeah, it's not going to hook to that one. That's one way to find out. So let's just go ahead and put this guy back here out of the way, because I'm probably not going to leave that shed up there either. I'm going to move all this stuff. So let's go take a look at what we want to do down here. We're going to expand this field. And we're going to start about right here. About right in here like this is where we're going to start. So now we want to allow create fields. And here we go, guys. Let's start creating our new field. Uh-oh. Okay, I forgot to buy that other piece of land because the map threw me off. I need to buy this right here. How much is this? Woo, we're running out of money. 65,000, but we need this. So we're going to buy it. Okay, now we can continue. Now we won't. I am going to do one thing, guys. I'm going to back up a little bit. Just because that's what I'm used to doing, so I can see a little bit better. There we go. And you can pretty much plow fields right up to the edge of the road if you want to. I have before, got pretty close. Now this, we're going to struggle a little bit on this hillside, but it doesn't matter. We're going to turn a helper loose. We're going to let the helper do it, so the helper can struggle. It's a little slow going, but it's all right. Hard to work on steep hills, but this is why we can't use real big equipment on calm lands, because it just doesn't work. I tried it before. I was able to put in big fields, which was nice, but I could not use big equipment in those fields just because of the layout of the land. Beautiful. Perfect. Okay, Rocket. Thank you for coming by, hanging out for a while. And I'll see you the next time you're here. God bless you. Now we can go downhill a whole lot better. But this will be nice. We have a little bit of a bigger field now. Oh, easy, easy. I wonder where our friend Monty is tonight. Wow, it's storming. I gotta pause right here for 1 second, guys. It sounds to me like we just have a torrential downpour going on. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Can you guys hear that rain? Could you guys hear the rain? I went outside. Woo! Yeah, I do too. I thought I would see him tonight. He knew I was going to be back because he had sent me an email and I responded to his email. Could you hear that rain? Okay. Yeah, it's loud sitting in here. Now this part I have to manually do myself, guys. We cannot hire the helper to create new fields. So this part I have to do myself. Whoops. Now this is going to give us a nice little field for chickens. Not for chickens, but for chicken feed. We're not going to put a chicken coop over here. But this will be the field that takes care of our chickens. So we can do wheat, barley, and sorghum. And just rotate between those. And soybeans. We want to include soybeans. And then once we get this, once we can let the helper start working the plow, once I get all this grass plowed up, we'll let the helper work. And then I want to show you on the map something that I have in mind. I've never been able to get us as far on this map that I've wanted to. It's simply due to time and the way I was working things. But I think now we've got like a couple of years before the next release of Farming Simulator comes out, so I do have plenty of time to play on this map now. So I'll show you a little bit about what I'm hoping to accomplish on this map, but I'll do that after we get the helper working. So we can pull the map up and look at it, and maybe go for a drive. Take our other tractor and go for a drive. But we'll look at the map first. It's looking like I am not going to be able to actually accomplish my main goal for this map. Simply because we do not have the silo and the silo extension that I was hoping we'd have. Because it was a new silo for FS22, actually. So it still might get released. I'm not sure why it takes so long for mods to get released. They seem to come out in batches, so maybe, you know, before too much longer, we'll have some options. But I am going to have to do something as far as silos, since the one I want is not available, and it changes the way others work, you know, how they fit into certain places. So I'm going to have to figure out what I can use and how I can make it work in the general area where I want it to work. Oh, there's one other thing I got to do too, which I did not do. I've got to, I got to find out where that piece of equipment is that I bought. Or not that I bought, but that I installed the mod. That tree remover. Now it'll be a lot better when it's the helper working at 3 miles an hour as opposed to me doing it myself. We don't really have to raise the plow like I've been doing between each time. We can just do it like that. It works. But it does look a little more realistic if you raise it, lower it. Yeah, Monty sent me a nice email while I was in Texas. He actually sent it to me. I got it about 1:30 in the morning on the day I was leaving to come home, which was this past Saturday, a couple days ago. I did reply and let him know I was headed home. So I actually thought I would see him this morning, or at this point yesterday morning, for on Monday for my coloring live stream. That's interesting. Well, yeah, I hope he's okay. Well, I mean, he didn't mention, like, being sick or anything in his email to me. So there was no indication from him. And I have not seen or heard anything from him since then. Now we need to sell the buildings that we have, because I don't really need any of those buildings. Let's get this guy started up here. Now I don't know if the helper is going to start right here or not. I'm just giving it an option as a start location. We'll see what happens, because it may just take off and go wherever it wants to. Yeah, it looks like it's going to. Okay, well, we'll just let that guy go do what he's going to do, because we want to plow this field. I want to kind of look down here, because most of this I want to farm. All this up in here, I want to farm. But when we come down on this side down here, this is, I think, pretty flat. Maybe we'll take a ride down here. Let's take a ride. Let's go jump in our other tractor. And let's take a ride. We'll let that guy work. He should be fine. He should be able to complete the field by himself. And then I do want to look at being able to put our silo down here. In fact, that's probably, let's look at something here for a minute. We want to go in here. Let's look for silos. It's probably up here. Silos. Now, I want the silo with the maximum amount of storage space. And I don't really know that I'm going to like what I get, the options, because the silo I wanted looked like something like this. It was just a round silo, but it held 50 million liters. And oh, see, this is 16 million. That's probably the biggest. But look how much space this thing takes up. This is ridiculous. This is huge. So being able to put it in here is like, woo, I don't know. I don't even know if it would sit in here like this. And apparently it's telling me I don't even have enough money to buy this next plot of land. So I could put this down here. But this is somewhere where I want to put it. But it doesn't look nearly as nice. I got to tell you, now look, let's do this, watch. Look how nice that looks. Just sitting in here, it's so small. But this one only holds 980,000 liters, whereas the other one looks like that, but it held 50 million liters. So I have a dilemma as to what I really want to do, because I want now here's 1.5 million. Which is better. It's more the style of what I was looking for. And I can use that tree thing and put it right here, which is where I want it. Right here like this. So I'll have to remove a tree or two right here. But I don't know that this is the silo that I want. That's the problem. It doesn't hold that much. They just don't have anything that's in this round style that really holds a lot. There's 1 million liters, and here's 6 million. See, it's huge. That only holds 1 million. So I'm not real sure how I want to do this. When I can't do what I want. Oh, here's 10 million. Oh, here we go. Here's 10 million liters. $2 million. I think maybe we use this. Without a silo extension. We can get this and then we can add silo extensions. Is this going to allow me? It says this, It's the multi-fruit mod, so yeah, it will hold our grain. So there's 10 million. All right, we can go with this. And we'll just put it where we want it. And then we can put silo extensions. So that will look okay. I can get that in there, even if I have to take a tree down. So I'm okay with that right there. How much is that? 30,000. We actually could buy it, but we don't have the land yet. That's okay. I'm okay that we don't have the land just yet. Okay, you're using this one also? I think I can put this in. I might not even, once I own the land, I might not even have to take a tree out to get this to fit. Because it'll sit just like this, just on the road like this. How much is the land? Let's take a look at the land. So I know what silo I'm going to use now. That's probably the best one because it has the most capacity at 10 million liters and it's small. Plus, now let's do one other thing. Let me do one other thing here. Let's go back up here. I can't place that yet, but let's go back up here. Silo extensions. And let me find the, now see, that's going to be interesting. what extension can I use? Whoops. Silo extensions. I don't have any big capacity. Oh, you know what? I probably have to go back to the mods and try to download an extension for that silo. Dee Dee, do you have extensions for it also? I don't think I downloaded any extensions for that particular silo. I don't have anything that matches it. So I will have to go back and look for that. Because having a couple of extensions would be really nice too. So I'll have to go back and look in the mod store for extensions. But I know what, at least I know what I'm looking for as far as that is concerned now. And I can change the color on it. Okay, awesome. I knew there were some I thought that I could do that with. So I might be able to have me a purple silo. Woo! Haven't had that before. That would be nice. That would be kind of cool. How are we doing with our... He's plowing away over there. All right, that's going to be a nice field. Look at that. That's a nice field. This was always 2 fields before because it had that creek that ran down there. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what extension I'm supposed to use. Maybe I can use any extension. It doesn't really matter. But it'd be nice if we had matching extensions. Anyway, that takes care of that. Oh, I can make it purple. Awesome. All right. So let's go drive down. Let's just drive. We can go across country. We can go however we want to. We're going to go down below the river. While our helper is plowing, we're just going to blast right down through here. You can look at this, you can see it's not flat. It's open, but it is not flat like no man's land. And it makes it difficult using large equipment. See, like we got these trees out here like this? Got to get rid of those and keep those. Now, right now we're just headed for the river. We're going to take this bridge down here. Okay, that's kind of a bummer. Ooh. Do you see how rough that was back there? You'll find that right in the middle of your field also on this map. I gotta figure out where's my crossing? There it is, there's my bridge. Now I have never been able to farm all this down in this area. But I think over here we may have now it used to be that this area was kind of flat. It doesn't look so flat now. But what I'm thinking is that we could put production stuff down here maybe. This is still a hill though, so I don't know how well that's going to work. It seems like this was flatter in the past. Down here on the bottom. But I thought we might try to put some animal pens. Okay. So this is, we'll look at this a little bit later. We're not ready for productions and stuff just yet. I do want to get something going as quickly as we can. Either greenhouses, maybe greenhouses. I will have to figure out what I'm going to do for a silo. I think I'll sell the one we have. I need to see how much that plot of land costs though, because I've got to buy that piece of land so I can put the silo down there where I want it. But I did start us out with more money than we normally would start with. Normally we would have had like $100,000, but I raised that. Underground storage, that's interesting. But I wonder what it does to the terraforming of the map itself. Yeah, see, I like that. I'll have to look into that particular mod. That's a mod? I'm assuming. I actually thought I had that installed, maybe. It seems like I did. Maybe I didn't install it. Maybe I need to go back and look at the silos again for it. Now, was that a silo? Or is it a silo extension, the underground? It's under silo extensions, okay. I may not have downloaded that then, because I haven't really downloaded silo extensions because I've been wanting that one silo. And this guy's still working. So I'm still thinking I might, look at that big hole in the ground right there. Boom, the road's tore up. Bam. Hopefully that silo will fit right in here and I won't have to remove any trees, but I might. And we could just leave this stuff sit down here for now. We don't need to take it back up on the hill. We still need that guy to finish. Let's take this and go, let's put it, I wonder if I can actually get through here. Yeah, no problem. That makes such a cool shed. I've always used that for that. All right, now let's go up here. Well, we can leave that sit there. But let's see what we got up here. I don't think this is the one that ultimately we're going to keep. I guess I might as well get this tractor and hook to it. Now our helper down there is just about finished. But let's see what we got right here. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't take away the tunnel. I can't have my hilltop outhouse. So now let's see what we got here. So we have a seeder. We are set for wheat. But I don't think this is the seeder that we actually going to keep. We're going to get a different seeder. We want a certain type. Let's take a look at let's look at seeders for a second. Yeah, that's a cool place to park the harvester. Let's see. I'm looking for a cedar. Now, I think maybe that's the one we have. Yeah, that's the one we have. You can see down here, it shows our garage icon that we have one. So that's the one we have, but that's not the one. I'll show you what we want to look. Look here. Look down there at the bottom in the description. It says, no previous cultivating or plowing is necessary. So we want one that's like that, but that's only 3 meters. That's not big enough. But this one is 6 meters. So we want this one. It's 125,000. Now wait. Yes, and it will do, well, it does seed and fertilizer. I don't need for it to do, yeah, I need for it to do seed and fertilizer. So this is the one we want to buy. This is one that I normally use. See, this one would work. It's a 3 meter. Here's one that's 6 meter. It would work. This one's 4 meters. But I'm gonna change the process and the way I'm doing things. Not just yet because I don't have enough money for it. But yeah, I want to get this coon right here. And then for the planter, we want this one. I think for now, to get started with, we want this planter because no cultivating or plowing is necessary. And this is the one I have on New Frontier. We want that. And then, so that takes care of those two things, but we need where's our sprayers? A sprayer. We want this. $420,000 for this sprayer. And that will go along with the seeder and the planter that we want. So, we're a ways off from that. One thing I want to take a look at right quick is, let's look at this. Let's go back to the money. Well, don't have much there. We don't have a loan, so we can still take out a $500,000 loan. Oh. So, if we need to, we can go that route. Now, one thing we want to look at is actually, I need to sell this building. There's nothing in here now. Let's sell this building. Let me see. That's not where, yeah, we want to go here. We want to go here. Construction. And then we want to demolition mode. We want to get rid of this. Yeah, okay, we're not going to be using that. So remove 22,000, yeah. Okay, so we got rid of that. We have to keep this for now. What is it? I don't really need this, I don't think. So let's get rid of that. We'll keep the silo for the time being. I don't need this. And I don't need this. We'll get rid of that. We can get something later. And we don't need this because it's in the way. All right, now that's much better. I do wish this had the trees around it like it did before, though, because it gave it some seclusion, a separation. It had trees that separated the edge of this farmyard right here, the work yard, from where the field's going to be. But now we can consider where we're going to put our next fields. Because we own this already. I'm just going to leave that silo sit there. Even though there's nothing in it for the moment, I may have to put this back. What I put in this trailer, I may have to put back in that silo before I can buy my new silo. So I'm just going to keep this silo sitting here. So one of the things we want to do, though, is, let's see. I am thinking, constructibles, container. Let me see if this is what I'm looking for. Yeah, somewhere in here maybe. Field work fill station, farm station, fill stations. There's one that's free. It says free. There we go, free field work fill station. That's the one we want. $15,000. And we are going to, let's zoom in a little bit. We are going to put it right here. right here. This is right where I like to have it. There it is. Now we have a fill station. So we get free fertilizer and stuff like that. And that's always the first thing I want to get set up. So I have free stuff. Because now we can use that to fill this for free. And that's what we want. Okay, so now we got that set up. Now, let's look right quick, since we're on this, let's go back up here. Let's look for, what would it be? What would I might think I want? I'm looking for, actually, I just need to go back up there. I need a sell point. Farmhouse, sheds, silos. So it'll be the next one down, selling points. And we just want a simple sell point, $1,000. Now let's let that scroll. It's going to start scrolling down here on the bottom. It's going to show us all the different things. I want to make sure it's going to take our arable crops. So there's tomatoes and stuff I see that comes from greenhouses. I'm looking for arable crops. I need to see those just to make sure. Sunflowers. I did not see the main crops though. The multi-fruit. There's corn. There's wheat. Okay, so there's wheat and barley. There's some oats. And I saw canola on there earlier. There's eggs. So we're okay. So we are going to, let's buy that. Where can we put it? Let's put it over here. We can move it, sell it, and move it later on. I think this is going to be good right here for us. Because I don't want it to be too close to the driveway when we first come in. We want to be able to get to it. Actually, what if we do this? What if we do something like this? What's it overlapping? I don't understand that part. I don't know what it's overlapping. Maybe me? Is it overlapping me? I think it's okay. I could put that right there. And we can just, when we come in, we can just turn right to it. Actually, I think I'll beg it just a little bit more this way, even. Something similar to this right here. There we go. Now we can buy stuff for free, and we can sell our stuff right here at the farm. So that's the first two things I really like to be able to get established. Now I don't have to travel. Very good. We don't have to travel. Let's get in our tractor now and let's come back up here. It automatically opened on its own. That's pretty cool. Start filling. We want to put seeds. Now. Oh, not yet. Not yet. What is this? I need to see what this is. This is the, okay. I need to go back in here for a second, guys. Sorry. Yeah, I need to go. Back in here. Cedars. This is what I have right here. And this is only It, yeah, only does seeds. I need to go ahead and swap this out. I need to buy this one because I need to be able to do the fertilizer at the same time. So let's go sell the one we have. So now I've got to go to vehicles. Was it that one? I think maybe it was that one. I gotta look again. The Credo 3. So yeah, the Credo 3, we're gonna sell that, and then we're gonna go buy the other one. So let's sell it. Okay. Did it sell it? No. Well, why did it not sell it? What happened? Sell. Yes. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to go. We're going to buy the other. We're going to go buy that other cedar. It's going to be much better for us. And we're just going to shoot across the hill this time. I think the entrance is like right over here this way. I will probably still put me a pathway just so I can have this straight shot right to the entrance. I could kind of tell about the way the trees were, where that entrance was, because I used to do this all the time. I got me a road. Okay, so now we're going to buy the other cedar that we want. We want this one because it does both. And we're okay with it like this. There we go. Now, I normally have this road coming out where it lines up with the entrance to our driveway, so I'll probably have to eliminate this one big tree right here so I can do that. That one big tree right there is kind of like in the way. All right, Dee Dee. I'm probably not going to stay on too much longer tonight anyway. I've got to kind of ease back into it. Now, we're almost up to the 2-hour mark. Well, I sure hope that goes well for you. I was thinking about your finger today. So actually, I may go ahead and get this field. I'm going to get this field planted before I end this stream. I don't have that much more to do to be able to finish it. So let's pull up here. Let's put some seed in here. Start filling with solid fertilizer. Start. And then start filling with seeds. Start. And now we're ready to go plant. Yes, thank you. I am glad to be home. As much as I enjoyed my trip, but I've missed doing this. So, yep, Dee Dee, I will see you in the next one. God bless you. There's Monty. So, oh, I better check this and make sure I got it set up for wheat. That would be a disaster. Yeah, wheat. Even though I don't really need the wheat. I need, let's change it. Actually, well, see, I can't do soybeans with this one. That's unfortunate. I could do canola, though. I can use canola as a cash crop, like soybeans, for now, until I get a planter. So let's, yeah, because I need to make cash. So I can't do soybeans. We're going to do canola. Canola will be a good cash crop for the time being. So we will get this field planted now. Let me go ahead and get this guy out of the way. I think he went back and caught everything it looked like he had missed. Maybe, oh, look here. He did not catch this part right here. Whoops. Oh. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Now I need to change this just a little bit right here, guys, because I let this thing get a little bit away from me right there. So I'm going to change this just a little bit. I'm going to figure out a way to do that right quick. Let me see if I can just come right here like this. And I forgot to change that back. So now I'm just going to pull it out this way just a little bit. Just a little bit. So I can connect it up here. Just so it's going to look better. I will be awful close to this fence, but I totally forgot to change that. I'm just going to bring it out just a little bit. Not too far. We got this fence here. I just kind of want to line it up a little bit better. So it looks a little bit better. There we go. That's better. Lift it. Now. Whew. There we go. Okay. Now, nobody will ever know I messed up right there. It just looks a little funny. That's okay. Alright, now we'll get that planted. And that'll be a good start on no man's land. Let's see. I think I have to use the other tractor to I'm going to set this a weight. I want to put the weight down up here for now just to see, because I need to be able to, can I attach to this? Yes, good. That's what we want. Oh. Because I want to move this stuff out of the way right here. Now we can zoom back in just a little bit for this here. We want to get this stuff out of the way. I'm just going to put it over here for now. And we'll be using this stuff when we start doing bales and things like that. But we don't need it yet. Now let's see, we might as well just put the plow back this way for now. Well, no, we're going to be using the plow because we're going to start plowing this up back here. I haven't decided if I want to make this one big field or if I want to make it two fields. Normally I do this part in two different fields. So, that may be what happens again. But for now, I'm just going to, we're going to get this field planted. That's all I'm going to finish today. So, Monty, how you been? All right, that's good. I'm glad to be playing on Calmlands here, but the part that they changed is a little bit disappointing. Well, good. I'm glad. I'm glad to be back. I enjoyed my vacation with my grandchildren, but I am glad to be home and back to doing the things I like to do. I was glad I was able to take my drone with me and make some videos while I was in Texas. At least that way I was able to stay, you know, kind of stay connected more with the channel instead of just doing like an occasional post on the community page. I was able to actually do some videos, so that worked out. But it's not the same as doing my live streams, which is what I like. I like hanging out and chatting with you guys. So we get this field under seed again, and we will have made pretty good progress for the first day on this map. Now I started this out with a lot more money than we normally would have started out with in the new farmer mode. So that was kind of nice that we could up that. We'll be getting a government subsidy here at some point, but I need to be able to put in a greenhouse or something first. But I think I'm going to put greenhouses right across the road over here somewhere. Or maybe a little bit like right down over there. I'm not sure. I'm just going to have to try to figure out where I can make them work. But next, on the next live stream, we will be putting fields up here in this part up here that we own back here. It has a different look to it, different feel to it, because before in FS22 we had trees that kind of blocked the field area back there from where our farmyard is right there. And since we don't have those trees there now, it makes it look different. It's too open, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, I'm hoping to be able to fly it quite a bit, but now there is that practice field I was telling you about, that practice football field. That is, you know, it's fairly close to my house. It's a little bit farther than I really want to have to walk to get to. But hopefully my daughter and I can go over there and fly our drone some over there. She needs a better drone. The one I bought her is not that good. But I bought it for her so she would find out if she has an interest in even doing that stuff. And I can't afford to buy expensive stuff for her. She'll have to buy expensive stuff for herself, but I bought her a birthday budget drone. It's not that good. I thought it would actually be better than what it really is, so I feel kind of bad about that, but not as far as the money value is concerned, because, like I said, it was a birthday budget drone. Actually, a little more than birthday budget, but there are places, sightseeing places and stuff like that around here that hopefully we are going to be able to go to this summer. I don't have a car, so I'm kind of limited on places I can go to. Did you like the video I made flying around in the woods? I'm wanting to do more of those type of videos. Not a lot of woods right close to where oh yeah, as far as I know, yeah, that's one of the things I was going to do too. I was going to score me a field goal or something. Yeah. Yeah, I can fly the drone through the uprights. As far as I know, it'll be pretty cool. I kind of got that idea of flying in the forest from somebody else's channel, and since I live basically in the forest, well, I live in town now, but the town is cut right in the forest. Yeah, that's one of the next drone videos I'll probably make is over there at that practice field. And I'll see if I can't. Well, I know I'll be able to score a field goal with it. Now look, we're about to kill Velvet. Because Velvet's not going to get out of the way. Maybe she will. Is she going to move? Are you going to stay out of the way, Velvet? Oh, hit your head. Oh. See, that makes no sense to me. Why they would have the dog walk right into a moving tractor, I don't know. And I did like, you made the suggestion, Monty, in your email that you sent me about doing like a lap around the track in a high speed mode. And that is something I had thought about doing. I did do a lap around the walking track in the video I made there in Texas, but it wasn't in the highest speed that I could go because I'm still not real good at controlling it yet. So that was like at medium speed, but that's something I was wanting to do. So I will be doing that also, like flying as close to the ground as I can at the fastest speed that I can, and doing a lap around the track or something like that. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, that's a video that I had in mind. So that was a good suggestion. Something we'll look at doing when I get over to the track. It was actually pouring the rain here earlier. They had a fire over there where that practice field is. There's a vocational school over there. And the part where they learn bakery, the building where they learn bakery and stuff, they had a warehouse. I guess they had a warehouse. Anyway, it caught on fire and it burned for several days. When I got back even, we drove past there and it was still burning. So I don't know what kind of chemicals they had in that warehouse at that school, but I don't know if it's still burning or not. We had a very heavy rainstorm pass through here earlier. I went outside and everybody could hear it on the microphone. But it may have extinguished anything that was still burning over there. But I don't know if it's 100% under control or put out over there naturally. But I know when I got back Saturday, it was still burning because we drove past there. And it had been burning for several days. Now, guys, I got to take a quick break. We've been streaming for just about 2 hours and 15 minutes, 2 hours and 13 minutes. I got to take a quick break. I'll let you ride along with this guy, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm still getting used to this new headset, wireless headset, which is really nice not to have that wire in my way, but just how the mute works on the microphone boom. So I hope I manage that part well. I don't always understand the order in which this guy's working. I don't know why it skipped all this stuff on the inner part of the field, but hopefully it will come back and make that final pass. I don't know where he's going. Now, like I was mentioning earlier, this map is hard to use big equipment on because of the hills and things. And the ground can be rough. I was actually farming right over there, straight across right there, behind those trees. And I had upgraded to some bigger equipment, a harvester. And the header was, in order for it to not hit the hillside, like on the right-hand side here as we're traveling, it wasn't even harvesting anything on the left-hand side. Because the hill was too steep, it just wasn't working right. And there's a lot of bumps. As we travel in different spots, you'll see there's bumps, and it would cause the header to tip back and forth and skip spots. So I had to go back to smaller equipment on this particular map. 6 meters works pretty good. This is just over 6 meters. This is, I think, 6.9, I think it said, maybe. I can't remember. I think it was just over 6 meters. Oh, Casey and Steven came and picked me up. They took me over there and they came and picked me up. I had that all prearranged already. Now see how much he's struggling to try to get up that hill? Right there? Wow. Will he be able to do it? Will he make it? I don't think so. Nope. He gave up. Let's see how he handles it. I may have to come fix that myself. The drive over there it takes about an hour and 20 minutes one way. So an hour and 20 minutes there, hour 20 minutes home. That helper had a hard time right there. And that's where the edge of the field is by default. I didn't change this part here, just right up here. Wow, okay. So we'll have to see if it actually goes back and catches this over here. Yeah, I had already paid them in advance to take me over there and come pick me up. I take care of all that stuff. Even though my ride is usually family, I pay them. I take care of the gas and stuff like that. And I took them out to dinner Sunday evening. Because we really weren't able to go out to eat on Saturday when they picked me up when I came home. So I took them out on Sunday. We went to a Mexican restaurant. I'm not used to having this microphone where I have this one located. I bump it. I keep bumping it every time I put my hand near my face. I bump into the microphone boom because it's not in the same position where I'm used to having it. Yeah, and while I was out on the way back Saturday, we stopped by Steven's grandmother's house. I met her for the first time. She's a nice lady. Well, I kind of planned on this being the last part because the only thing left to do now is start plowing in new fields, and that stuff I have to do myself. I can't hire a helper to do it, and I already did that today, so my hands already wore out. His grandmother lives about 30 miles or so from where we live. Of course, Casey just lives a half a mile from me, but Steven's grandmother lives about 30 miles from here, and it was on the way, well, somewhat on the way, a little bit out of the way, but still partially between here and where the airport is. But we had to turn and go out of our way, about 15 miles out of the way, or 10 miles maybe. She lives over in a place called Pennington Gap. You might be familiar with that area over in Lee County. Yeah, but I wasn't sure how familiar you might be with some of the areas over more this way. I know you're somewhat familiar, but even I had not been down to Pennington Gap where over. I mean, I have been through the Pennington Gap area before, but I had never actually rode through downtown Pennington before, Pennington Gap. So that was kind of interesting. And we stopped and saw his brother too. I almost forgot about that. He has a twin brother, and his twin brother just happened to be outside at where his place is on the way back from the grandmother's. So we stopped by there for a few minutes too. I met his brother for the first time, Steven's brother. His twin brother, identical twin brother. I am not real familiar with Hayside, but I have been over in that neighborhood before, Richlands, all that over in that area, but I'm not real familiar with it. Yeah, I know that's where you're from. So I do know at least when I talk about like places around here, at least you are somewhat familiar with the overall area. Because I would assume if you were over in Hayside and you wanted to go to you wanted to travel by air, you would also have to use Tri-Cities Airport. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know where there would be another airport that you could use. Now see, he missed that spot right there. Did he catch everything else? He did miss this spot right here, which is interesting. I hope I can catch it right there like that. I got most of it. Now I need to actually drive around right here and just see if there is anything. See, like right here, there's a little spot right there he did not get, but I'm not going to worry about that. It's not really going to cost us much. I just want to make sure, like down here, well, that's an interesting job. You watched over the canary that they released into the mine to make sure it was safe for the miners. Ah. Now see, it missed a little spot right here in this corner also. I'm not going to worry about catching that, but I will want to see if it can pick this up the next time. Now let's go on. But it looks like it did pretty good with the main body of the field. This is just totally weird to me. I almost forgot about that fence right there. Oh, see, it did not come back and get this part back here. So I want to see if we can't do something about this. I may have to use the landscaping tool and I may have to use the landscaping tool and put some grass back right around in here. That might be the better thing to do, but let's see. Let's see what I can do with this instead. Now, if I was in the habit of saving things a little more often, I probably wouldn't have messed up at the top part of this field up here. Alright, that worked out alright. He should... That was real close to the fence, but we made it. Now for right now, we can kind of park this like right over in here, because we're not going to be doing anything with the cows yet, but because we already have them over here, we will start thinking about what are we going to need to take care of these cows, because we're going to do animals and stuff on this map. So we'll start with cows. We might do chickens though. I got to get some chickens and some beehives. But at least we do have a crop. I've got to decide whether I want to put 2 fields over here or do 1 big field. I might just do 1 big field. I haven't done that before. I've always done 2 different fields, so I could have 2 different crops going. But I may do 1 big field this time just to do something different. It'll be cool. Water, hay, and straw, so I need grass. That's interesting, because I could, let's just go back down here for a second. We could make a grass field out of this right here. I wonder if that's something I would really want to do. Actually, I could do that. We could, I don't have a mower, but what if I had a mower and I could mow this? Actually, I could just, I can cut this out, I can plow it out, and I can turn it into a big grass field. That might be something to look into, because we need the grass. We need straw or hay. But can I get straw or hay out of, like, from the wheat chaff stuff, or the maybe. It's been so long since I've done any of that stuff. I'll have to kind of get back into it again. But yeah, we're going to do hay bales and stuff like that. Whoa, look at that. That was cool. Wait. I got to go back down there. Oh. Wait. Here we go. That's funny. Catching air in a tractor. Wow. Water. Good point. Let me see here. Water. Where am I going to find water? Maybe it's not going to be in that one. Oh, containers. Let me see here. I think we want, maybe it's this one. Containers, water. We have free water. Free water tank. So this gives us free water. Let me think about where do I want to put this? Because I'm going to have to be able to pull up beside it to get water. So I think maybe we'll put it right here beside this. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, so let me... There we go. Now, what we need is a trailer. We will need a trailer, so let's go look at that right quick. We got $168,000, but we've got a cash crop in the ground. Let's look at we need a trailer. Oh, let's see. Where did I buy the other one from? I gotta find that. There we go. This one. We need this one. Maximum capacity, extra large capacity. That's the one we want. Extra large. 200,000 liters of water. So that we'll never run out of water. Main color. Purple, of course. Rim color. Vulture green. Because we will be getting a Vultra. I don't remember how to change the license plates. That's annoying. I just can't remember how to change it. Well, now that one I can see it started out in the right spot. Maybe once I change one of them, it'll change the rest of them. Perfect. Main color. Oh, apparently. I actually don't know what they need. Jonathan, how are you? All right, good. Where's my license plate number? Can I ask the cows what they need? Probably not. Where's my license? Oh, there it is. Oh, hillbilly. That's funny. That's not how I expected it to be. Wow. Whoops. Did I buy that? I didn't even buy it. I gotta go back through it again. I didn't pay for it. I got to looking at that license plate and I didn't pay for it. So let's try this again. Now, see, I don't know how to get it to change. It's not gonna, oh, let's see. I gotta go back down here and change the type. There we go. All right. If I can remember how to do it from now on. So we say, okay. Now we will buy this. Okay, so now we have that. Yeah, purple is my favorite color, so I always do things in a purple, that purple and green. Now we're going to go over to the dealership right quick. Whoa. And we'll just cut across the hill right here. I'm not going to take the road around there. Not for the trip over anyway. We're just going to cut right up the hill. Yeah, eventually I'll have tractors that are in this color scheme. I just don't have them yet. Now let's go fill this thing up. I don't really like this bump right here. It's fun to drive over, but it's pretty bumpy. I don't really like where the doghouse is sitting. Now, let's see if this thing will fill if I disconnect it. I think maybe it won't. No, I have to be connected to it for it to fill. But I may not have to be in the tractor. Let's see, when it gets up to 20,000, let's jump out. And let's see, just give it a few seconds here, and let's see if it'll keep filling if I'm not in it. That's going to be interesting. Now at FS22, I could park this beside my water supply and it would just keep filling it. I didn't have to be, I could actually just drop the trailer off and it would fill the trailer. But it was a different supply system, it wasn't this supply system. Oh, it's still filling. Look. So let me try to detach it again. And then let me go look and see, because if that thing will keep filling while we're just sitting here. Yes. So now it'll never be an issue. We just drop the tank off and it fills while we're off doing other stuff. That's awesome. But we're going to let that fill up. And then that's about really all we can do for today. I don't like where the doghouse is sitting. So we're probably going to have to sell our dog. Because you can't just grab stuff and move it once you're on it. Look at this guy. Wow, look at him. Woo! That's so awesome. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm kind of glad I went over there. I still want to move the doghouse. I don't like the doghouse being there. I'm not sure where I want to put the doghouse. Actually, I have a tent that I was going to use for our house. I downloaded it earlier before I started the stream, and I don't know where it's at. I'm going to have to find it. And now I'm not even sure I want to use it here. I might want to put our farmhouse somewhere else. I don't have any plans for Easter. I don't know. Casey and Steven might want to do something. So I'm always open to, something they might, if they might want to go somewhere. They might even want to go to church Sunday morning or something. I don't know. I'm always open to that if they want to. So we'll see. But I have no plans as of the moment. I've done just about everything I can do for this stream. So the next stream, we're going to be I'm just undecided of what I want to do with this area over here. But we're going to get something going over here. I want to get this area planted up here. And since we own all this, we can go ahead and do something. We may do grass. I may just plow it up and then we'll plant grass. Let's check on that. Let's check that right quick while we're here. A good question. I did not really look into this at the time. But what about... Will this thing, do I have to have a planter for grass, or can I do grass with a seeder also? I don't think I can do grass. I can do grass. So I have the equipment to do grass. I am basically I'm gonna play on this map, Calmlands, and on Riverbend Springs. I probably will not play on New Frontier too much. This is gonna replace New Frontier, and that was always the goal. I was just waiting for Calmlands to be released, and it's out, so... We'll play on this map, and then we'll stay on Riverbend Springs and keep developing that also, because I like that map. So we're just going to balance out what we're doing. The next stream is going to will be on this map, because I want to go ahead. We'll put in a grass field, so we have grass. We need grass for hay for our cows, so we'll do that. Can we get hay and straw out of grass? I think we can. I think it depends on whether we use a tedder or not. If we don't dry it, we get, or is that silage? I'm not sure. I got to try to figure this stuff out. But anyway, we'll put us a grass field. We'll plow up a field. I'll have to do that manually. But we'll get that put in, and then we'll see where we're at from there. We may actually jump over onto Riverbend Springs after we get this part done. Next one. Yeah, I like that too. So I want to continue developing what we have started over there. We've got too much invested in that. New Frontier was nothing but just a holdover map to give us something new to work on sometimes until Calmlands came out. I didn't know Calmlands was going to be changed. I didn't know they were going to do this. So in my head, I still had my outhouse up on top of the cliffs with my trail going up there with the lights and all that, like I had it before. But it is what it is. This is still one of my favorite maps. So I got to figure out a new place to put our house and stuff like that. I'm not sure where that's going to happen at yet, but we'll put a temporary. I might even, you know what? Let's do something. Before we end this, let's do something. Where do I find it? Where do I find it? Construction. This will be fun. This will be kind of fun. Let's do, oops. Farmhouses. Let's go right down here to the bottom. Let's put this right here. This will be fun. Whoops. Let's put this right here like this. I'm surprised it's letting me even put this in here. This will be cool. This is our house. Is that going to work? I don't see my sleep point, but there's supposed to be a sleep point. Let's put it there. Now, let's go see what we got. Can I sleep? Oh no, see that's not working as a sleep point. It's supposed to, it's a farmhouse. Oh, that's just a wardrobe. Oh, there's sleep. Okay. So we can actually sleep from here. So that's cool. We do have a sleep point, and we can pick it up and take it with us and put it anywhere we want it. We just have to be in the right location. See, that's wardrobe. I did see sleep on here. There's sleep. So we can do sleep. So that's cool. That's a very good question. I don't know how animals are working in here. Let's see. Well, there's, see, they have all the menus are changed. I don't really know. Here's animals. So here's our cows. So we have nothing until we actually start working with the cows. As long as we don't do anything. Oh, what does it say? It says this breed is used for dairy farming and produce milk. Oh, great. Cows like grass, hay, and TMR. Additionally, they require water. It's at breeding age. So we're going to have to be able to give it some hay. We have to give it grass and TMR. I'm going to have to figure that's total mixed rations. I don't know how to make the total mixed rations. We may have to buy that stuff until we learn how to make it. But until we do something with it, we don't have to worry. We don't have to feed them. We don't have to do anything with them yet. They're not going to die off on us because they're just there until we actually start doing something. But these are dairy cows. So now we've got to be able to harvest milk. So that's going to be another thing. Oh. Yeah. See right here? This is where we'll take care of them at. I just parked this thing right here just because I'm not using this stuff right now. This won't, that planter is not going to stay there. So we'll try to take care of the cows that we have, but I got to figure out how to do milk also. We can sell milk, but I have to figure out, well, how do we even harvest it? I don't know what to do. We should be able, I don't want to water them now because then they're going to want food. So I'm going to ignore them. I will ignore them until I'm ready to take care of them. But that we're working towards that. No, it won't work just as a test. Once we start taking care of them, we have to take care of them, and we're not ready for that yet. That's why I don't know why they even put cows here. It's like every map starts with cows on it automatically. We have a dog. I wasn't ready for a dog just yet. But I will end up selling this dog house and relocating it. And I'll probably end up putting it over here somewhere. Just so it's out of the way. But I'm not sure. We can move that around because, like I said, we can move this anywhere we want it. We can take it with us. And we may find a different place. I just put it over there so it's out of the way for right now. And we can use it as a sleep so we can work our clock. So we're going to get we'll get grass. We'll get grass growing. And that's going to be a big start because some of this, when we do this grass, some of it we can leave as grass and some of it we can turn into hay. That takes care of two things that the cows need. So before the next live stream, I'm going to have to take a look and see about the total mixed rations. We can buy that. I wonder if I can buy that actually from here. I wonder if I can buy total mixed rations. How would I even find out if I can do that? Maybe we can borrow this tractor. I don't know if I can even find out. If I can get total mixed rations. I know I cannot actually, well, I cannot put it in this with the wheat, so we'll just go ahead and we'll empty this. We'll put the wheat back in here for now. I was hoping to get a new silo. But that's not going to happen on this stream. Maybe on the next one. Maybe not either. I may not have enough money to really worry about it. Now, I do like the way they have this cover roll up on the side of the trailer. It did not look that nice before. So I really do like that. That looks nice. Now, I don't know if I could get total mixed rations out of here or not. Let's find out. Let's see what it'll give us. Well, no, it doesn't give us much, does it? But it gives us solid fertilizer. It will give us seeds. That's what we need. Those are the two main things. I'm going to have to figure out how to go about getting total mixed rations. I guess we're going to have to just go over and buy them. Unless I can find a mod that will provide them for us. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, we just got to figure stuff out as we go along. I think that guy right there is hilarious, floating. That's so funny. Why is he floating? Was he standing on something? Was he standing on something that when I sold the house, it took it out from under him? That's just so funny. All right, guys, I'm going to save it right here. First save of the night. All right, so next live stream, Wednesday midnight. We'll put in a big grass field over here. And then we may, thank you, Richard. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We'll be back on this map on Wednesday. And then we'll do what we got to do. And then depending on the time, then we will we'll go over to Riverbend Springs and get reacquainted with that map, because I have to get on there and look around a little bit to figure out where I'm at and what I'm doing since I was gone for a while. But guys, it's been a lot of fun. I'm glad to be back to farming, back to streaming, hanging out with you guys. So we'll do it again Wednesday night, guys. And until then, God bless.